Okay, Moen 1222 cartridge replacement, very similar to 1225. 1222s rotate, cold, cold, about medium, hot, hot. So I already turned the water off to the house. I usually, obviously take a peek at it, but there's either this or there's like the crystal handle you pop out, and then there's a screw that sets that in. This one, I tilt sideways and Allen key that out. Don't lose that screw, they're hard to come by. After I take it out, I put it back in its original position. And then we'll need my YouTuber tripod, but I'm basically just going to take this out with an impact. I just held that still so it didn't turn. Basically, I'm trying to keep this same position because, boom, that's what we're replacing. So there's a flat side and the flat top. There's a little tiny notch under there. Hard to see, but I'll show you on the new one. And then I also keep these two parts lined up to how they were before. And actually, I think something might be broken in there. Oh no. Okay, so let me see if I can hold this. So this pulls out of here and pretty much always just goes ridge to ridge. But if you wanted to stop the hot, so this was like that, right? So if you wanted to stop the hot at a certain point, you could move this. Like, I don't know, if somebody was paranoid or you had like super hot water in the house and this was the kids' bathroom, you could make it go there so it will only turn, or actually it would go the other way, but you get what I'm saying. But pretty much you're never going to change that unless someone's being real picky, like a homeowner or something. But as far as tenants, it's like, no, this is how it goes. So then keep all those together so I don't forget how they're lined up. Sometimes you pull this off and this pin, I don't know what the term you'd call that, I don't know, whatever, snap ring or something. It's not a snap ring, no. I need to put that with that. Don't lose that screw. Close the drain. If there's not a drain cover, it won't close. Put something over it so you don't drop one of these bad boys in there. Impact's the way to go because you'll be screwing these things out for freaking 10 minutes. And then this thing's caulked on there, so I didn't bring a putty knife, but I'll see if I can get it to come off with this. Okay. Second thing, needle nose pliers. Pull this out. I'm gonna put the camera down because I always like spot myself so I don't freaking drop that thing into the abyss, and then you're really screwed. All right. So that's off. You'll see it says HC. We're gonna put it back the same way, flat side, notch side. Basically, I'm just gonna take some, I used to have, I don't know, maybe Nathan has it in his truck, but a puller. There's a tool that you can screw on here and basically kind of like a angle stop puller. But yeah, I mean, I've never not been able to get one out. I've had a few that are like really hard to pull, but you just want to pull like obviously straight out so you're not like wonking anything in there. But either just beast mode gripping it with needle nose, or these will usually get it. The new valve also comes with this little seater that I'll use here in a minute. Sometimes I'll put that on there and kind of wiggle it back and forth to get it going loose. But I don't know if let me just see what the needle nose does. Woo! Drop my phone in the water. That showed up on there, but boom, out. Not a big deal. If this is spewing water like it is, you kind of might want to make sure that it's running outside the tile. Usually you can just put your finger on it and it'll run down your hand instead of what this is. So that's that. And reset this to do flip around mode. So new one, HC, flat side on the top. So I'm gonna just go ahead, I don't even need to do it now, but when I stab it back in there, but you just need to make sure that your H and your C's on the top, and you can't go wrong, hot and cold. I just hope this is on here. This comes with like some lube, and she likes it. She likes it better with the lube. And then, another thing I like to do is just, make sure there's not any trash up in there. There's usually not, but sometimes you'll feel like a little, if you want to get real crazy, you could get even like a little wire brush and, swizzle out the whole thing. But I don't know, you might be making things worse doing that. I've never actually done it, but I guess in theory you could. So these little rubber guys, you want to make sure that they're not getting folded over. That's what the grease is for. But I got HC on the top. I'm just gonna go all the way in. That went in super easy. A lot of times you'll put pliers and like touch both sides. And then you take this little plastic thing that comes with the valves and you can push it in with that. But this is actually seated in just like as it should be. And then this guy goes back in. Don't drop it in there, no. And it sits in front of the little thing. And then just make sure that it's going all the way down, pinning both sides to it. And really, you should be able to feel it on the bottoms poking out just a little bit. Dang, dude, the freaking AC is sweating like crazy up here. I guess you can't see that, but it's dripping water. Okay, so the only other thing, so if I didn't rotate this back to where it was, it's not always flat side up. I don't know. I mean, I haven't messed with it. I just always put it back the same way. But at this point, I'll just go turn the water on, and this should be off. If it was flipped around the other way, I would turn the water on and it would come on. And I might be wrong, honestly. But that's pretty much it. And then just put everything back. Trim kit, obviously slide the thing on, put the handle on, and then just double check starting point off, cold, 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 medium, 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 hot, hot, hot. Just make sure we're not flipping. And if for some reason it is backwards, then you would just rotate this 180 degrees and then put the handle and everything back on. And that's that. And then, you know, you want to make sure you put all this crap back on the same way you had it on before. That's why I kind of made a mess over here, but you might, you know, you just want to make sure the handle was the same it was, and that you're not like tricking, you know, you're not going to go to turn it on and you know, it's backwards and old Billy burns himself because he wasn't used to it. So go and turn that water back on. That's it.